ready for the ultimate pulling showdown? Join us live on September 28th as Full Pull Live brings you the Mid-South Pullers Association Woodbury Championships straight from Woodbury, Tennessee. Catch every moment of the action from your living room and feel like you're in the center of the excitement. New users can dive in with an exclusive subscription offer for just $19.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. Subscribe now and experience the thrill of Full Pull Live.
Welcome to Weigh-In Wednesday, everybody. We have the famous rapper T. Wayne Williams, the FFA president there in Woodbury. And we have Evan Anderson with us, super modified two-wheel drive truck puller, as well as the Wesley Foster, a friend of mine. He's also been a guest announcer on Full Pull Live. Again, welcome, everybody. Woodbury, Tennessee is the center of the truck and tractor pulling universe this weekend, and Full Pull Live will be there. We're going to bring you with your monthly subscription. Evan just doesn't want to be on the show anymore, it appears. Wesley and T. Wayne there. I gave him the big opening, and he just disappeared. So that's not on me there.
Typical Evan right there.
Maybe when he heard the big opening, I bet his phone rang.
It was too much for him. Too much for him.
But the Woodbury, Tennessee is the center of the truck and tractor pulling universe this weekend. We'll be live on FullPull.live. It's always best to be there, fans. Trust me. I know I love to feel the ground shake. I love the diesel smoke, and I love the noise, but we can't always be everywhere. And that's what FullPull.live is bringing to all of you out there. Evan is back. It's like I do put people in detention from time to time, Wesley. So, I mean, you're a teacher. You understand that. But Evan, we thought maybe we upset you or something. So I'm not sure what happened, buddy.
No, I don't know what happened. You started the live and I was gone. So
Again, welcome everybody to Weigh-In Wednesday. We are going to give you pretty much the lineups for Saturday night. Now, if you are a puller and you're not a regular with Mid-South and you're still planning on coming, they're going to let you come and pull. But they have drawn the order. We have the pulling order for all the classes. And for the first time ever, we're going to have 12,500-pound farm stocks on FullPull.live. Wesley, I'm pretty excited about that. So let us know if you have any questions. Throw them into the chat. I'll throw them up on the screen there for T. Wayne. T. Wayne is the FFA president there in Woodbury, Tennessee. Wesley Foster, obviously a teacher there at school. Evan is a puller. Him and Wes are both pullers. Evan, can you just introduce yourself, who you are, and what trucks that you pull? And one crazy thing that people don't know about Wesley Foster, I don't want him to get fired from school, but I want to have a little fun with it, Evan. So,
yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm Evan Anderson from Adams, Tennessee. Began to be a two-wheel drive truck puller in 2017. So pretty loyal to Mid-South, but also ran Champions Tour in 2023. Been to Bowling Green a few times here and there, but we farm a lot, so we stay home a lot and pull. But it's a good organization. I'm proud to be a part of it. One crazy thing, tell you what you don't want to see. You don't want to see Wesley Foster make a bad run at Huntland, Tennessee, and be in the way of the helmet that's coming at you. That's what
It's happened a few times. Hillsboro too.
Yeah.
Hillsboro, Wisconsin, or Hillsboro, Tennessee?
Hillsboro, Tennessee.
Evan, I think now that Evan spilled the bag a little bit, I think we have to talk about this. So,
I don't know. They said it's a redhead thing, so my kids call it ginger snaps whenever I get mad. So, like I said, we're all competitive and we get kind of caught up into it sometimes too much, I guess. But
there's no.
Well, like somebody told me a few years ago, if you're not getting nervous before you run, or frustrated when you make a bad run, what are you here to do? You know.
Correct.
So have you ran points this year, Evan, or have you just been kind of hitting what you can because you're busy?
We signed up for points to run Champions Tour again, and they put Mackville, Wisconsin on top of our heart of wheat harvest. So June is a busy time for us. I tried to make some stuff work out, but just wasn't going to be worth the while. So we did not run points. We stayed close to home and had fun this summer.
Have you ever been to Mackville?
I have not. We've been to Hillsboro last year, of course, but no, I haven't.
So Mackville's a couple hours from my house, and I used to help that pull years ago when I lived up in Appleton. So it's a church. It's a St. Edward's Parish that puts us on. and it's a Catholic school and a Catholic church, and across the street is a titty bar. So I mean, it's you can go across the street to Bean Snappers and then go over and confess your sins, Evan.
That's
right there. It's amazing.
Best of both worlds, right?
Yeah, well, I'm just being honest with you guys. You gotta understand this. And T Wayne, he's gonna hear that word. It's not. I don't think he's mad at me. T Wayne, introduce yourself and what you do for the FFA.
Absolutely. So I'm T. Wayne Williams, and I'm from right here in Woodbury, Tennessee. I've always been involved in agriculture. I come from a fourth-generation beef production operation right here in Cannon County. We have about 40 head of Angus cattle. So I joined Woodbury FFA my freshman year, starting in an agri-science class, and that was the first year that Mr. Foster had been here as well, and he started talking about this idea of a championship tractor pull back in Woodbury. And I remember thinking it was a great idea, and we started that January right at the start, going to city council meetings, county executive meetings, commissioner meetings, trying to talk to people about how this could help our program and ultimately our community here within Woodbury. And I think we've saw over the past 3 years the proof of how that has made an impact, not only in our program, but also this community. We've had 5,000 people attend. We've been voted a one-day pull of the year in Mid-South Pullers Association twice. And ultimately, I've saw many times how it's made an impact within this program as we get to go to contest opportunities in Indianapolis, Indiana for national convention. And there's so many times that we see members here in Woodbury who would never get to see these agricultural operations, never get to learn these skills. But because of the fundraising from this event, we get those opportunities. And I'm now officially a Woodbury FFA alumni, sadly to say, but I serve as the Tennessee FFA state president, and I get to oversee over 33,504 members, and I'm very grateful for that privilege. We're continuing to inspire the next generation of agricultural leaders, but I can say, as of this last year, Woodbury FFA had a record year, winning 7 state championships, something that has never been done in the 97-year history of Tennessee FFA. And a lot of it is thanks to this program and this tractor pull and what it provides us. So we're very thankful here in Woodbury for this tractor pull.
T Wayne, I love you already. That was amazing. And did you call him Mr. Foster? Did you call him Mr.
I did.
Foster?
We usually call him Foster, but I call him Mr.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to call Mr. Foster for the rest of my life now, just so you know. T Wayne, seriously, dude, that's what it's all about. I mean, I like to have fun and joke around, and Wes is my buddy. I mean, Mr. Foster is my buddy, but it's so fun because I'm just as passionate about pulling as you are. And working with Full Pull Live and being part of the team, we're trying to put a bigger spotlight on events because as pullers, we don't pull for a lot of money. We spend a lot of money to go pull for gas money in our toter homes. And that's something that we're trying to change here at Full Pull Live. And we're so excited to be part of your event this weekend, this Saturday night, because we're going to bring to you an audience that maybe you've heard of Mid-South, maybe they've heard of Woodbury, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
After this weekend, Woodbury, Tennessee is going to be, I'm not going to say a household name, but it's going to be more prominent in that world. And I'm telling you, this place is amazing. I'm going to throw some pictures up that Mr. Foster, I love that. That is money. That Mr. Foster sent me. And if you don't think this event is legit and how much they care, look how nice this is.
Well, Jason, I guess this is a question. Didn't you have to fight for kind of to get that back going in the town of Woodbury? From what I understood or heard, there was a long, many of years there where there was no pull due to a curfew or noise ordinances or something. But I know you had a pretty good battle, didn't you?
So basically what happened years ago in the early 90s, it was like 92, 93, yes, somewhere right in there. Somebody moved into the little town of Woodbury here from out of state and said that the noise and vibrations from the tractor pull at the fairgrounds cracked the foundation on their house next to it. And they took it to court and sued basically the city and everything and won the lawsuit that's what cracked the foundation in the house.
It's those damn two-wheel drive trucks, I'm telling you.
It would have probably been yeah. Back then it would have probably been blown four-wheel drives would have been the big class back in the early 90s. But with that being said, they put in a noise ordinance and no motorsports activities was allowed inside the city limits. And then like T. Wayne kind of talked about earlier, whenever we had this idea, we was like, let's try to fight for it and get it back. So we was finally able to go to enough city council meetings and things like that to actually get an ordinance made for a school fundraiser. As long as it's a school fundraiser, which we still have to apply every year, and they have to approve it every year. The city council does, but this is going to be, I guess, the fourth year that we've done it. And knock on wood, everything's went good the previous years, and I think the community's finally getting behind us, and they see what we're doing here. One thing that we do with the event that I guess is kind of, I like it a lot. We don't have any outside vendors come in. Every booth that is set up at the tractor pull is a different club or sport or something like that. So if you go to the ice cream stand, it's not, a food truck. It's one of the clubs here at school. If you go over there and you purchase a t-shirt, it's sold by clubs at school. So this is a huge fundraiser, not just for Woodbury FFA, but just about every club in the high school will have a booth there just about. And I know like our FCCLA, they'll sell cotton candy and snow cones and stuff like that. And they say it's the best fundraiser they've ever had. So, and we have a rule that it's one of those things, like if one booth is offering it, no other booth is allowed to do it. So that way, if you want a pretzel or popcorn, then you have to, only one vendor or one group gets to sell that. So we try to spread the wealth around to every club, every sport, everything in the high school here. So like I said, it's not just benefiting us as Woodbury FFA, but every club and sport in the high school that wants to participate. So
yeah, if I had anybody that put up, I would just send T. Wayne to their house and let him talk for 5 minutes. If that doesn't put goosebumps on your arms on why FFA is important and why truck and tractor pulling to a community, what it can do to a community, it really rallies a lot of people, because this isn't something, Mr. Foster, that you just hang up a poster 2 weeks ago. This is something you guys plan all year round. I mean, you know that for
you say that. That's exactly how we done it. We, they had to put it up for a vote, and I've got pictures that I can send to you. But T. Wayne Williams was a freshman in high school, and we was literally going door to door to the houses around the fairground and having them sign a petition to allow us to have this tractor pull.
Wow.
So
how big of a town is it?
Did what?
How big is Woodbury?
I don't even know what the actual population.
I'm going to ask.
I know the high school here is 500 students. Yeah. So
how big is Woodbury, Tennessee? I'm asking Google right now. 2 square miles. The population of Woodbury is 2,704. Okay, so 2,000.
So the population is 2,704, and I think the last time we had the tractor pull, we had right around 4,400 people there. So
I like it. I like it. That is money. That is money.
Again, this is me.
Oh, go ahead, Evan. Sorry, buddy.
Well, if you posted earlier the picture of the fairgrounds, if you look at the place or the facility, you're like, where in the world are we all going to go? But I have been there many times, and I have never felt crowded. Even at the 100-foot long rig, they have asphalt parking, they have gravel parking. The guys who live close, they have nice grass right there. You can see at the end of the track, but it's an extremely efficient run event. And a lot of that's, I guess, because of the involvement of the FFA working as hard as they have, and a good leader who's involved with it to know what to do. But I just wanted to kind of highlight on that. To be such a tiny area, they fit a lot of people and a lot of stuff in there and do it well.
I'm really glad that Mr. Foster sent me those pictures, because they're amazing to show. I mean, just look how manicured everything looks and the pride that they have in the event. They just didn't get the weed eaters out, Evan, 2 weeks ago and start cleaning up the grounds. It's been, they obviously do that all year round because it's very, very beautiful. T. Wayne, I meant to ask you, what's the craziest thing that Mr. Foster ever said in one of your classes or on an FFA trip? Let's have a little fun with Mr. Foster here.
Craziest.
Or just what are some good memories of Mr. Foster that we can share?
I think some good memories looking at Foster. We always joke around, me and him, that he says he tears me down to build me back up. And so probably one of my biggest events so far within my FFA career was the day that I was going to do interviews for state presidency. I was super nervous, and I was telling him all my complaints about, I'm worried about this, and I'm calling him over the phone. I'm in Gatlinburg doing this, and he's driving up, and he says, I think we should just do one thing here. I was like, what? He goes, I think we just need to quit. We just need to drop out. Just trying to mess with me automatically, let's just drop out. And he's always had that running joke with me of let's just throw in the towel. Let's just give up right now. And he knows that just aggravates me even more and wants me to prove him wrong even more.
He'll go like, I'm not going to quit. Then why are you even talking about this? You know what to do. Go do what you want to. I just sent you the picture of us going from door to door. You can see little T. Wayne as a freshman there.
Yeah, I'm going to get this up. I need about a minute. You guys keep chatting.
Okay.
Get this up
so in that picture that you'll see here in a minute, here he is. And this lady, she's like, well, yes, honey, I'll sign your petition because my son was in FFA.
Yeah.
He went to college, on an FFA scholarship. And then she was like, you know what? I've got his jacket. Let me go in here and we're going to take a picture with it. And he's a professor at Michigan State now. He's an ag professor at Michigan State now. Started just here in this little FFA program. But, we talk about Woodbury FFA too. Just the alumni that we have here. I think that the first year that we had the pool, I think there was 11 alumni pullers that run with Mid-South that actually competed in the event. Mark Ford was an alumni here. Martin Daniels was, Gary Weedy, Nathan Brown. Like I said, there's a lot of them. Me, my brother, my dad. There's just so many from here in this area also that you don't realize that it is a small town, but there's so many of them that are active pullers with Mid-South also.
Nancy Hale says, tell a ginger snap story on Mr. Foster. I think Evan mentioned it earlier. Something about a helmet or something like that.
Nancy says that she used to be the teacher of the anger management classes, the Mid-South anger management classes years ago. So
they have the
already knows the backstories.
They have
there.
That really pretty diesel super, the light super, right? The diesel.
Yep.
Yeah. It came to the Pullers Championships, I think, either our first or second year. I don't remember. It was awesome.
They should be here this Saturday night. So
awesome.
They just live the next county over. So like I said, there's a lot of pulling history right here in this county and the connecting counties, I guess.
All right, T. Wayne. Oh, go ahead, Evan.
Well, you would remember the only diesel light super around.
I love diesel super stocks. I don't know if I told you guys that or not.
They put some time and effort into that tractor. It's running well. Looking at it.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is Weigh-In Wednesday. We're talking about Woodbury, Tennessee. We are going to unveil the lineups that we have so far. If you're a puller still thinking about coming, you can still come and pull with Mid-South. Mr. Foster explained it. They called her. I love that, Mr. Foster. T. Wayne, you're the man. Thank you for setting that up for me, teeing that up.
And normally he doesn't even call me Mr. Foster. He just does it because we're on this. Usually it's, hey, Foster, what are we going to do? And I'll be honest with you. I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, you can call me Mr. Foster. You can call me Foster. Just don't call me Wesley. And that's exactly what I tell them. And I would say that 95% of the kids, they just call me Foster.
So T. Wayne, how old are you now, buddy?
So I'm 18. I'm a freshman at Tennessee Tech University.
Okay. So how old were you? So this picture's 4 years ago?
Yes.
He was a freshman.
You've grown up since a little bit. This picture's badass. So here we go. There he is. I love it. So T. Wayne, that is money. I hope that you have a girlfriend, T. Wayne?
I do.
Okay. Have you shown her this picture?
I don't think I have.
Well, they was dating.
We were still.
They've been dating since like the 5th grade. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but if you notice in the other boys' hands there, that's the actual petition that we went door to door in the city limits of Woodbury and had all the houses that surround the fairgrounds here. We had them sign the petition that basically them saying that they didn't have a problem with Woodbury FFA starting the tractor pull up. And we brought that to the county or the city council. And like I said, we spent many nights at the city council meetings trying to get it through. And so we finally got it done.
I can't wait to meet all you guys. So, I mean, I know Foster and just see everybody else. The passion, a lot of people just give up. Like I tell Foster, I tell every puller, you should promote one pull once in your life. Because there's places we go to, the track sucks, or there's not enough trash cans, there's not enough porta potties or whatever. But until you've been in the fire, and I'm telling you, everybody's got a to-do list. And I will tell you, as a promoter, what you need to do the day after your pull is write all of your ideas down that day. because you get back to work and you forget it all. So that's one thing you go
And
on.
the hardest thing that I've had to realize too, like no matter how hard we work at it and we try to be perfect at everything, you're not going to be perfect.
Right.
I mean, we try. I'm a puller. I'm a two-wheel drive truck puller. I'd love to have the best two-wheel drive track out there. Now, is it the best two-wheel drive track out there? The tractor guys say that it's an awesome track for them, and usually pullers know that.
That's all that matters.
Not the best for a two-wheel drive. So
that's all that matters, Foster's. If the super guys are happy, we're all happy. I have the poster up on the screen now. I'm not trying to block out T. Wayne. This is where we're going to be this Saturday. And if you can't be there, we want you to join us on fullpull.live. If you have a current subscription, it's part of that. If you have not been a subscriber before, we're doing a special thing here. I'll take down my little banner scrolling across the bottom. Then we're going to jump into the lineups here. But this is the last week you can sign up for $19.99 for the first week, or excuse me, for this week, and then for the full month. You save $20 the first month, basically. And you can go back and watch Toma, Rockwell. You can go back and watch Wesley, Mr. Foster run the Grand National two-wheel drive points. You can go watch Bowling Green, all of this with our monthly subscription. And we got a great fall lineup for everybody. We're going to be in Sevierville, Tennessee, October 11th and 12th. Raleigh, North Carolina for the North Carolina State Fair, October 18th and 20th. Dragon and Pullen in the Pines, Lufkin, Texas, October 25th and 26th. And then we're going to be in Diesels and Dark Corners, White Plains, Georgia, November 1 and 2. That is one of the biggest diesel truck pulls in the country. And then the Golden State Invitational in California, November 8th and 9th. You can see we got Mid-South, TNT, NTPA, Outlaw. Diesels and Dark Corners is really a non-sanctioned event. And then we got Golden State, which is MLM Motorsports. We don't just cover Grand National truck and tractor pulling. That's the granddaddy of them all. I don't think anybody will argue with me on that. But we are going to cover it here in the fall schedule. And we're kicking it off in Woodbury, Tennessee this weekend, this Saturday. So my dog's barking. I'm going to go find out what's wrong because I'm the only one home. I'll be right back. You guys keep chatting.
I know that one thing that Jason wanted me to talk about was kind of the weather situation for this weekend, which I don't know how I'm that lucky, but here I've scheduled the tractor pull twice here, and we've had a hurricane come through. Everything that I've seen and a lot of the other people have looked at, it looks like we're going to get the heavy part of the rain on Thursday and Friday, and it's supposed to be moving out Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, last time I looked at, actually from about 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock that night, it's just showing somewhere between a 20 and 30% chance, which I'll take those odds on 20 or 30% chance. But as Evan said earlier, a majority of the pit parking that we have is either on gravel or asphalt or very firm ground. So the pit parking really doesn't worry me that bad. We've got a lot of parking across the road at the elementary school that if we absolutely had to park some over there on asphalt, but puller parking, I'm not worried about it very much at all, even if we do receive a lot of this rain. But I told somebody earlier today, man, they was like, what do you think about Saturday? And I was like, at this point, we're on the Titanic. We're either going to sink, swim, or jump in a lifeboat, but we're going to do everything that we can to have this event this weekend. So I know that
you have a tarp, right?
I do. So I've talked to many different people on the tarp, and I love hearing other people's ideas on it. So at this point in the game, we're dry here. We're in a stage 4 drought in this area. You go out there right now and there's dust on the track. I haven't opened up the track. Jason, I've got some other pictures. I meant to send Jason earlier, but the track has not been touched since last year. It's got grass growing on it. It's rolled in, it's packed in. With that being said, the tarps that we have are 100-foot tarps. I got 4 100-foot tarps. So at every 100 foot, we take Gorilla Tape last year, and we pulled them together and taped them, overlapped them a couple of feet and taped them. So whenever you think about that, it doesn't matter what you do, you're still going to get waters in on the sides, and it's probably going to seep in at places. Do you take the risk of having wet spots and dry spots, or do you just go say, let it rain on the track, let nature do its thing, and if it's too wet, we've got a road grader and a bulldozer there that will go in and cut the top inch or 2 inches off of it and then go back to work? So
Still got grass. I wouldn't do anything until you see.
that's what I'm thinking too. Like, I mean, it's got grass on it right now.
Yeah.
You can always add water. You can't take away water. So I just, if I could give you a little bit of advice on that. So yeah.
Yes.
Clay Haney, I missed his comment earlier for you 2-wheel drive guys. He says trucks ruin everything. ... So I thought that was funny.
I always thought that most of the time they just had tractors there to tow us trucks to the track.
I love it.
I'm just
I
kidding.
love it.
Clay, he'll be there this weekend. So they've got a really nice Allison that they run with us. But I just sent you a picture of the current fairground situation there. Jason, you might be able to get it up. But
yep, I just need a second here. So.
Okay. But like I said, everything is basically set up. I know that you'll see in the pictures here in a minute that we've still got to move some bleachers and stuff like that. But the ball fields are there, and we usually steal bleachers from around the ball fields and stuff like that. They've actually got ball games tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. So as soon as they get done with the ball games tomorrow night, we'll go in and start moving the bleachers. And we've still got a lot of work to do, but in the grand scheme of things, we've got everything almost ready to go. So
T. Wayne, how far is Tennessee Tech from Woodbury?
45 minutes.
Okay,
Yep.
So you commute to school then?
I do.
Nice.
He graduated last year, but I'm almost positive he's still here in my classroom every single day, at least 3 days a week. Would you agree?
Yeah, we got a lot of prep for nationals coming up for national conventions.
So he's actually won the state contest in employment skills, which is like job interview, and we had his national job interview contest virtual yesterday. So
nice. So this is a current picture, fans. If you're just
that was taken at lunchtime today, and you can see at the end of the track down there where it's a dust right there, and that where the dirt's showing there. So,
Yep. Again, if you just joined us, this is Weigh-In Wednesday. We're talking with Evan Anderson, super modified 2-wheel drive truck puller. Mr. Foster, super modified 2-wheel drive truck puller and promoter. And T. Wayne Williams, our FFA president, right? Is that what we called you again, T.
Tennessee FFA, yes, sir.
Yeah, so he's not just a Woodbury, he's the whole state.
He represents the state of Tennessee.
He is a big deal. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm going to try to get him in your guest commentator booth for a couple of the classes this weekend too.
Yeah, Dan Mayer is going to be calling it on fullpull.live. Jeremy Krieger is calling it on the PA. So you got some high horsepower announcers there this weekend.
Now David Myrick is going to be on the PA.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. David Myrick is our Mid-South announcer, and I think David does a great job. He's an asset to Mid-South.
Awesome.
Week in and week out. So
I had some wrong information there, and I apologize. So good deal. All right. So if you're watching right now, we want you to share this around. So share us around your personal Facebook page. Share it around your groups. Full Pull Live is coming to Woodbury, Tennessee, to put a big spotlight on the Mid-South truck and tractor pullers, and for our buddy Mr. Foster and the Woodbury, Tennessee FFA. So without further ado, we're going to put the lineups up there. I'm going to read them. And Foster is going to tell me if I say somebody's name wrong, and that's going to be okay. And then, but remember, this is just what we have for signups now. Okay, if you still want, I think the farm stock class is full, right?
The farm stock is complete, and with the rest of the classes, Donna Shelton, which she's the secretary of Mid-South, every week the full list of paid members, she goes ahead and pre-draws their numbers before the event every week. So whenever you walk up, she automatically hands you the number. So that's what I messaged her yesterday, and I was like, hey, can we go ahead and get or when do you draw the numbers? And she said, I've already got them. So I was like, great. Do you care if we go ahead and start sharing them? So some of these pullers, once again, it's every member or a majority of the members, I guess you can say, is what she drew, the ones that have been making most of the hooks. And then we went through, and some of the people that have already told me they wouldn't come in or anything like that, they've already been removed. And then some of there will be pullers on there that will be pulling here, but are not current members or that can still be adding, or I guess your per hook members will be the ones that.
That's really we want people to know is like, yeah, you're not on the list, but you can still come and register Saturday morning and get to the poll. We don't want to think it's just because this is just the lineup that we have right now.
And I will say that I wouldn't be surprised if the numbers doesn't drop or not drop, jump, because there's already been 2 other associations that have dropped and canceled their pools for this weekend that's in our area due to the rain forecasted. So I think that we'll add a bunch of numbers just where it's probably hopefully the only pool that's in the South, So
Jason, before you get the lineups, I want to show you one more thing this FFA group does. And it kind of blew my mind in a way. I mean, it's just the amount of effort's been put in. But if you are a regular, or if they think you might want to come to this pool, the FFA group sends you a handwritten invitation every year to come.
That's awesome.
I've never gotten that from anywhere else. Not saying other people might not do it, but to me, that says a lot for this whole promotion, if you will. And usually, I don't know if they'll do it every year, but usually when you pull in the gate, they're handing you a hat, a T-shirt, or something.
T-Wayne's got on our hat that the pullers get this year. So I had a few years ago, I had a puller that told me that every time he goes to the Enderley, he gets a hat. Next time he comes to Woodbury, he wants a hat. So ever since then, every year, whenever they pull in, they've got him a hat. So every puller gets a hat. And I think I said this the other day, we try to we want pullers to feel welcomed and like they're much appreciated, because we can't put on the show without them guys. I know normally, we try to pay their entry fees and stuff like that, where we had a rain out last year and we've already had to reschedule. I'm not going to be able to do that this year, but we're hoping next year moving forward, we can go back to doing what we do. We've got belt buckles for the champions. I'll go grab those here in a second, and I'll show you what those look like. I think that they're really cool, something that you don't – I know Hillsboro, Wisconsin gives them out too, but, it's something that just not every event does. So
awesome. And then before I forget to, in 29 minutes, the No Practice podcast will start with Chase, Adam, and Tyler, and they got RJ Simon on tonight talking about the big shootout pool, the big $2,500 buy-in, $50,000 to win next June out there in Farley, Iowa. And Tanner Nelson Evan is looking for a shameless plug. Let's give him a call out there.
He's already got that. Just look at the camera, Tanner.
Yeah, the NCP Customs. I saw that. So Woodbury, that's a nice belt buckle.
That is
awesome.
I'd like to get one of those, T-Wayne. Can you sneak me one? I can't seem to win.
Hey, Evan, you got to win it. You got to win it.
I'm going to let Steve work on the truck this week then.
Yeah. We'll try to get to Indiana next year, Christopher. We will. We're going to run NTPA Grand National next year, Scrappy and I, with our diesel super stocks. So we'll try to get that out there for you. So exciting. So, T-Wayne, did you get the drum roll ready for the classes? Did you get my text?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well done. So first up is going to be farm. We're going to go farm stock. This is the pulling order of the classes, fans. 6 p.m. Central, farm stock, then light supers, super farm, 2-wheel drive, light limited super stock. Farm stock is not part of Mid-South. I'm guessing it's just kind of a local thing that you guys do for the local pullers.
Yes, sir. There's a group of them that run around here. There's usually probably 25 or 30 of them. And I said, look, guys, I'd love to have all 25 or 30 of you, but give me about 10 or 12. And that's what we're allowed to have. Every year they're like, man, we want to be a part of your pool. And this year it just so happened that we had, the space, and we've got them coming in. So
I love it. They can go out and groom the track. They get to be part of a big event, and they get to be on Full Pool Live. How cool is that? So without further ado, here's what we got so far this is the final for the farm stock.
Correct.
Right. So I'm going to get rid of my scroller off the bottom. Give me 1 second. So this is the pulling order again. So Franklin, Tennessee, Austin. Is it Kiger?
It is.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lucas Mendel, Dylan Peterson, Dylan Coble, Keith Ralston, Jacob Blankenship, Dustin Goodman, Addison Dumford, Chip Watson, Bradley Coppinger, Cody Agent? What? That guy? You're going to let him in there? And then Mick Hill. So 12 pullers in a 12-5 farm stock. Let us know in the comments who you think is going to finish in the top 3. I don't know if we're going to put them on fullpoolpicks.com, Wesley, but we'll have a little fun with it here.
Okay.
Live on the show. So that is your first class.
I always hear that Mick Hill, man, he's a legend in his own mind. So that's who my money would be on, is Mick Hill now.
Ethan or Evan, do you have a thought on there? Who can win this?
I do not know much about these 12-5 farm stocks. I'd be guessing. I'd strictly be guessing. But
I'd like you to guess.
Cody Agent is just, You got to go with Cody Agent. Right?
How many tractors does that guy own? Like 7
Yeah.
million or what? I don't even know. T. Wayne, you got a pick here?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the hometown, Bradley Coppinger.
Bradley Coppinger. And is that
FFA, Woodbury FFA
That's
alumni member right
That's
there.
right.
He was an officer years ago for us. So
nice? What does he have? A deer, a red one, a blue one?
it's a John Deere.
John Deere. Okay. 12.5 farm.
See, Keith Ralston said the king of the 12.5 class is Mick Heel, man. That guy's a legend.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So again, that's going to be the first class. Then we're going to move to our light super stocks. I'm going to pull them up next. Again, this is a pulling order so far. You can still come and pull. Here in Woodbury, but this is what we have so far. Over the edge, Phillips Lawrence out of Bradyville, Tennessee is going to lead it off. He'll be our test puller, followed by the Brandon Phillips, loud and light. I did a shop tour with him last week, and he actually mentioned that he was coming out of Vine Grove, Kentucky. Then Bill Bowman with Born to Be Wild out of Morrison, Tennessee. Kenneth Hale, the light trouble out of Tullahoma, Tennessee. And we're going to go Kevin Essery with Evening Thunder. Is that Milledgeville, Tennessee? Milledgeville?
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
And then the Tennessee Traveler, driven by John Cross out of Trenton, Tennessee, will be hook number 6. Hook number 7 will be Daniel Northcutt on the edge out of Bradyville. Kevin Van Slyke, the Blue Devil 2X. That sounds like a T-shirt, but that's the name of his tractor. Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Very, very popular pull there. How far are you guys from Chapel Hill, Foster?
40 minutes. Basically, whenever you come down
today,
25 or 24 there, Chapel Hill is whenever you get off the exit, you turn right to go to Chapel Hill or you turn left to go to Woodbury.
Right. Never bet against a man named Chip. There we go. I got to keep these up here. The king of 12.5 is Mick Hill. And I picked Jack Daniels. Yeah, that's our Bowling Green party fan. He watches all of our live streams there. Clay Haney, Athens, Alabama, Cujo and Least. Is hook number 9. Bobby Jones coming down from the great state of Illinois with field sobriety. That tractor runs, fans. That is a mean Bama Jamma. Past PPL points champion. Mount Hernon, Kentucky's very own, the guesswork of Randy Payne. And Larry Phillips. Larry Phillips is coming with Extremely Insane. I thought they were splitting up.
Well, once again, now I know that like I said, this is the members that normally run with us.
Gotcha.
I didn't know, and which you might know more about it too. I know that they've got 3 tractors, so I didn't know if Brandon was bringing 2 down here and Larry was bringing 1 to the other place, or vice versa. So.
Gotcha. Well, I'll text him here after the show. And then David Estab with Eating Dollars and Blowing Smoke. Franklin, Indiana. That's a great class of light supers, guys. That's a great class of light super.
And we was talking about the belt buckles there. Larry Phillips, he's got one of them belt buckles from a few years ago, and then the other guy that's got the belt buckle is no other than Scott Whitworth. So I know the Whitworths normally they come down, and he told me if they can get out of the field, then they would be here. So I honestly believe that if they're not in the field, then the Whitworths will be here this weekend also. So.
Okay, so we're gonna go to fullpullpicks.com right now. We're gonna look at the light supers and see what games we have up. So we have some head-to-head battles here. We got Evening Thunder, On the Edge, and Brandon Phillips. So what you do, fans, is you pick. They don't have to win the poll. They just have to win out of those 3. They have to do the best out of those 3. And right now, the favorite is Brandon Phillips, almost at even money. And in the other section, you got Martin Daniel with Over the Edge, Light Trouble, Ryan Henley, and then Kevin Van Slyke with Blue Devil. And right now, Martin Daniel is the favorite in that head-to-head matchup there over at fullpullpicks.com. Does that sound about – guys, I don't follow the light superclass super close in Mid-South. Is that kind of – Phillips ran Grand National. Who's leading points?
Right now, you've got Kevin Esra has got the points. He's the points leader. Basically, he's got a hook to the sled, and he's going to be your points champion. Second place is Kevin Van Slyke, and third, you've got Kenneth Hale or Ryan Henley with the light trouble sitting in third place. So
good deal. Our next class, fans, is going to be Super Farm, so I put that graphic up here. Again, this is the pulling order we have so far. You can still come and hook. You got Brad Woods. Isn't he your Champions Tour champion of Super Farm this year?
Yep, he was the Super Farm champion for the PPL Champion Tour. He actually called me yesterday, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm on my way. I'm coming to win another belt buckle." So,
and then Josh Miley, High Maintenance, the former champion, back to back. So pretty cool to see there. We hook number 2. Brothers Keepers out of Liberty, Kentucky with Billy Morris will be hook number 3. Greg Freeze and the Deer Tracks, another past champion. Morris, Tennessee is hook number 4. Chris Hawkins, High End Harvester out of War Trace, Tennessee will be hook number 5. All the way from Hammond, Louisiana, Charlie Ciolion, Case of the Reds, is hook number 6. Charlie, if I butchered your name, I'm sorry. Mary Ann Kerr, Financial Mistake out of Lawrenceburg will be hook number 7. Russell DeBerry, the Ridge Runner out of Hornsby, Tennessee is hook 8. And then Russ Vandergriff with the Green Fever out of Smithfield, Tennessee is hook 9. Eddie Rowe with the Red Weiser. I've seen that tractor pull at the farm show before out of Paris, Kentucky. And then Cranford Jennings with the Bareboat Binder out of Lawrenceburg, Tennessee will be the last hook of the class in the Super Farm class there. So what do you got for points there so far?
Basically, Green Fever's got a 30-point lead on Ridge Runner right now. So basically, he hooks to the sled, and he should be your points winner, which all of these classes, the 4 classes, this is the last hook for them. So the points champions will be decided in all 4 classes here. So basically, like I said, Green Fever's your points leader. Ridge Runner's in 2nd, Bareboden's Binder is in 3rd, and Financial Mistake is in 4th. But now Chris Hawkins with the High End Harvester, he's on a roll right now. He's won quite a few here this summer. He missed a few hooks at the beginning of the year, but he's been having quite the year on that High End Harvester also. So
nice, good stuff. And we're going to head over to Full Pull Picks. We have games up for the Super Farms here this week in Woodbury, Tennessee. Again, head-to-head. Fans, you will pick who will do the best between the Ridge Runner and Green Fever. Right now, everybody's liking the Green Fever so far. And then the other matchup is Bare Bones Binder versus a Financial Mistake. So that's what you have to go over to Full Pull Picks. $5 minimum cash wager on there to make your cash picks. So now we're going to go to two-wheel drives. I think you guys are familiar with that two-wheel drive class, aren't you, Foster, you and Evan?
Somewhat.
Can we have a little side hustle between the two of you? Like the Foster trucks versus Anderson's trucks? Can we call something out right now, or how do you guys want to do
Well,
this?
you know, the funny thing about it is that the last 3 trucks that hooks to the sled will be 2 Fosters and an Anderson. So.
And there it is, fans. There it is. TJ Wallace, that's a brand new truck for him this year, the Child's Play. I know he's excited. Leicester, Alabama, hook number 1. Athens, Alabama, Caitlin Gooch with the Untouchable. Love the Untouchable truck. They're on the poster. I got a video of that truck at Bowling Green. It's awesome. Eagleville, Tennessee, Mike Rigsby with Thunder Road will be hook number 3. Mikey White out of Lafayette, Tennessee with the Addictions, hook number 4. Wesley Lust with Kryptonite is hook number 5 out of Altamont, Tennessee. And then Pulaski, Tennessee, Trent Glover. Papa Bear is hook 6. Altamont, Tennessee, coming back with hook 7 with Danny Lusk and Tennessee Wild Child. Adams, Tennessee, our very own Evan Anderson, one of our co-hosts tonight here on Weigh-In Wednesday with Playing Dirty. Then we're going to move to Jamestown, Indiana with Tim Beatty, the Sawmill Express, part of the Sullivan crew up there. He bought that truck from Sullivan's, and they run together. So we know that truck is mean. Cedar Hill, Tennessee, Will Teasley and the Apex truck, good running two-wheeler. And then McMinnville, Tennessee. Am I saying that right, Foster?
McMinnville, yes, sir.
McMinnville, Tennessee. Steve Foster with Crosswired, and then we're going to go back with Barbed Wire. And then Adams, Tennessee, round out the class, Evan Anderson with Playing Hooky. So let's go through points right now before we jump into the picks.
Okay. Right now, Will Teasley, he's looking like he should be your points winner. Basically, he's got a hook to the sled, and I think he's got the points wrapped up there. So he's going to be your back-to-back Mid-South points winner there. Second place in points, you got TJ Wallace with the Child's Play. Third place is Wesley Lusk with Kryptonite. Fourth place is Danny Lusk with Tennessee Wild Child. And then Trent Glover's coming in at 5th place. Now, with that being said, 2nd through 5th place is still kind of up in the air. We have quite a, the classes that we're going to have down here, they're just 14 points between 2nd and 5th place. And with Mid-South, it's 2 points per position. So that's only 7 positions.
Yeah.
So 2nd through 5th place, according to the current points, is still kind of yet to be determined.
Love it. Love it. And we're going to head over to fullpullpicks.com, and we're going to check out two-wheel drives from Woodbury, Tennessee. So we have our head-to-head matchup. I clicked on it there. You have to pick who will do the best between Apex, Barbed Wire, Wallace Motorsports, and Kryptonite. Right now, everybody's liking Foster. He's pretty much even money at 1-1. And the other matchup, we have Ethan Foster, Crosswired, Danny Lusk, Trent Glover, and the Untouchable. And right now, everybody's liking Danny Lusk and a Tennessee Wild Child. That's where the money's leaning right now. But you got to pick the winner. Who will do the best out of both of those head-to-heads? So that's over at fullpullpicks.com. So go check that out as well.
I don't want to sway people's bets, but the Untouchable laid a pass down last Friday night, guys. Made it
Yeah,
look
they
easy.
did. Yeah, they did. And they won it all, right? They won the poll.
Yep.
By like 10 feet.
That's awesome. That doesn't in a two-wheel drive fans, that's a lot. To win by 10 feet and it's so competitive, that's a lot. And then our last class, go ahead, Foster.
The Normans, they traveled with us this summer running the national circuit, and every weekend they was just 3-5 feet back behind, and they're like, man, I need to get that, because 3 to 5 feet, man, that was like 10 places whenever you got 37 trucks, and they get 12th place or 15th place, and you're like, man, I got 15th place, but you was really only 5 feet behind the winner. So it was crazy this summer, the amount of two-wheel drive trucks that we had running the national circuit with us. So
oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that, guys.
I didn't see in that list Mark or Brad. Wesley, have you heard? I mean,
yeah, no, they should be there. I noticed they wasn't on the list either. I don't know. With that being said, like I said, that's just what she sent over, but they hooked later on in the year, so I don't know if they just wasn't on that, but I still think you'll have Mark Ford and Brad Farrell will be there. Usually Randy Groves with White Lightning, he's been making a few hooks here and there. Dale Nelson usually comes down out of Illinois and runs with us. He says he just wants to beat us in our hometown. Like I said, you'll still have quite a few trucks here and there that comes down and run. I know Jacob Fuqua said that he was planning on bringing Southern Rage down and run with us.
You can't count on that.
Well, it depends on what day it is. But like I said, it's one of them things that I still think that we're liable to have 18 two-wheel drive trucks down here this weekend. So.
Awesome. It's going to be a great show. And the last class of the night, light limited super stocks. Got to bring that up here right now. Let's see. I labeled that. Okay, we're up there. It is. Take my comment down. Give me 1 second, guys. Again, this is what we have so far. People can still come and register. Richard Taylor, Family Traditions, hook number 1. Bruce Baird, the Ghost Rider, hook number 2. Caleb Cook with the guesswork 2, hook 3. Evan McDaniel, Constant Sorrows, hook number 4. So we got Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama so far. The 1206 of Nick Harrell is hook 5. Rosebud, Michael Rose, hook 6. Bill Bowman, Deer Gone Wild's hook 7. Nolan Robinson, the Cracker Jack, hook number 8. Adam Wright, Dark Fired Express. I know that tractor's mean. I saw that down there in Lexington earlier this year at Eddie Carey's indoor pool. Monica Shaw, the Little Moonshiner. Need to see Monica driving again. Jennifer Brown, the Little Screamer, and Jeffrey Dykes with Alcoholic Deer. Who are our top 3 or 4 in points, Foster, in that class?
Monica Gorm has got a 44-point lead on second place, which is Nolan Robertson in the Cracker Jack there. So Moonshiner's 1, Cracker Jack's 2. Richard Taylor sitting in third place in points, and then Perry Baird with Ghost Rider is sitting 4th in points right now.
Awesome. Well, let's put a bow on this baby, Foster. I'm gonna put your poster back up there again. The No Practice podcast starts in 13 minutes with Adam Tyler and Chase. They have RJ Simon on tonight. Full Pull Live is excited to be part of the Woodbury, Tennessee championship, the FFA championship. This has been a lot of fun tonight. I really enjoyed it. Foster, actually, let's have T Wayne. T Wayne, take us through the poster. Do one final promo for us, and we'll let you go, buddy.
Yes, so 4th Annual Woodbury FFA Championship Tractor Pull this Saturday, September 28th at 6 p.m. We've got some great classes. We're going to have FFA members all over the place trying to help at this thing. And overall, this is a great event for Woodbury FFA and helping this program and helping the next generation of agriculture. So make sure to come out and attend.
And then we're going to have countdown to pull time at 4 p.m. We're going to have Dan Mayer live with some guests. Foster's working on some guests for us. And then the pulling starts at 6. Again, pulling order is 12.5 farm stock. That class is set, but you can still come hook and light super farms, 2-wheel drive, light limited super stocks with Mid-South this Saturday, September 28th in Woodbury, Tennessee. Evan, what do you got to say before we sign off?
Hey, come support these guys. They trying hard. They do a really good job. They take care of the puller. They take care of the fan. Let's take care of them.
Awesome. Foster?
We're, like I said, just say a little prayer and make sure that the rain holds off like it's predicting that it is right now. Once again, I looked this afternoon. It's showing 30% for rain, so that's 70% that it won't rain. We're going to hope with it it's the 70%, but we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that this event happens this weekend. Might have to delay start time a little bit if that's the case, but we're going to do everything we can to make sure that we put on a heck of a show this weekend. So
it's a beautiful facility. We're excited to be there. Evan Anderson, thanks for joining us tonight. Mr. Foster, T. Wayne, do a little wrap for us here. Woodbury, Tennessee, Saturday, September 28th. No Practice Podcast is up next in 10 minutes. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.
For the ultimate pulling showdown, join us live on September 28th as Full Pull Live brings you the Mid-South Pullers Association Woodbury Championships straight from Woodbury, Tennessee. Catch every moment of the action from your living room and feel like you're in the center of the excitement. New users can dive in with an exclusive subscription offer for just $19.99. Don't miss a moment of the action.